Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Tristan here from Parker Digital, and in today's video we're going to be talking about email outreach. Now, time and time again, I get told email doesn't work or email outreach is dead. And trust me guys, that just is not the case. We're successfully managing to use email within our agency to do outreach on the regular. We do this as a part of a multi-platform strategy. So we are utilizing email, we're utilizing social media, and we are also calling. Now, when we just look at email alone, we still get a really good success rate and a response rate from emails. So actually what we're going to do today is I'm going to walk you through step by step on screen. We're going to do some live email outreach. Okay, so you're going to get to see what we typically do within our agency when we do reach out to a potential business. You're going to get an insight into how we structure our emails and the types of emails that we send them and why we do what we do. So hopefully this is going to be really valuable for you, because as I said, email does still work and is still a very, very fundamental part of our agency and our outreach process. Now, before we jump into this, please do remember to hit subscribe, hit the bell notification too, and you'll be notified of any future releases on this channel. Now, without further ado, let's go. Okay, cool guys. So here we are on screen. So we're going to start this process by going straight to Google. Now, it doesn't really matter where you generate your leads from, but typically I like to go to Google because there's a world of opportunity out there. All right, so let's just start by searching, let's go electrician, and then choose a location. So Exeter's my closest city. I don't want to look in Exeter, so let's just go Bristol, which is another city close to me. So I'm searching for electricians within a given location. So you could be searching for any service type, whether it is like tradesman or whether it is an online store, and then a location. Like those two keywords tend to work pretty well together. So you could have plumbers in London, for example. Let's just go electricians Bristol. And then from here, what you want to do is you typically don't want to be targeting people on page one because they have probably got a pretty good website. They've invested in SEO, at least the chances of that is pretty high, especially if it is a competitive city. So they've invested money. Chances are at this point, you may not be able to help them. This depends on where you are in your web design journey or your digital marketing agency journey. And if you're well established and you're getting very good results, you might want to target these people. But if you're just getting started, I definitely recommend you go to around page 4, maybe 5, and start having a look at these businesses. So let's have a look at this one. Oh, what's happening there? That's pretty weird. So this could be something that we could call out in the email. So we could look at this and say, look, we've spotted a problem here. And we've got a customer inquiry number. We've got an email address. So we've got Trimby Electrical Services. So next we need to establish whether we want to reach out to these. I'm going to use these as an example because this bar here, that's not good. Okay, so there's a major design flaw in this website. So we could actually call that out within our email. So the next, what we have to do is try and find a point of contact. So we actually have to find someone, the owner of the business, preferably, or the decision maker. Chances are the decision maker is the owner of the business, especially when it's a trade business like this. So let's just have a look at contact us. We've got address, number, email address. So this is looking like a relatively small business, so it could be a one-man band. So you could potentially email this and it would go straight through to the decision maker. But we just need to be sure. So what we could do is we could copy this, open a new tab, owner of Trimby Electrical Bristol and Trimby Electrical Services. So let's have a look at this. Trimby Electrical Services, already based. Deborah, Jane Trimby. Got Neil, so Neil's a director. So I would reach out to Neil or Deborah. Okay, next we can hit Synovio. So actually Synovio is going to pull up the email addresses that are available on the website, or at least what the app has gone around the web and managed to find on this business. So we've actually got an email address which is info, and that matches this one, but actually we've got one here that starts with an N and ends with an L. Okay, now if we were to log into this and it's a free service, you get like 10 searches a day. The chances are that's going to say Neil. So if we come back to here, there we go, N Trimby, Neil Simon, right? So this is starting to make sense. This is starting to align. So I would confidently say that if you were to email Neil at Trimby Electrical, chances are you're going to get through to Neil. Right, now let's go on to hunter.io, and there's a way that we can test the email address here. Let's go to email finder. We want to go Neil at trimbyelectrical.co.uk. Okay, couldn't find it there, so let's go to product, email verifier. Let's try this one. So Neil at trimbyelectrical.co.uk, validate. Right, so they couldn't verify the address, so let's just log into this. So we're going to try this logged in. It could be a problem that it's not working. It's just logged in via Google. We're going to run the search again and see if it can verify this email address. Okay, so format valid. So interestingly, it's come up as invalid, but it's found 2 sources for this email address online. Okay, so actually what I'm going to do in this instance, I really want to reach out to these guys. So actually I'm going to send an email to both Neil and Info. Okay, I'm going to send an email to both of them. So next, what we want to do is open up a new email window. So I've got one here, we're using Google, and we're just going to send it to Neil at Trimby Electrical and Info at Trimby Electrical. Okay, so I'm just going to send it to both of them. All right, so next we've got a subject line, and this could be something like quick question Neil. All right, so we know his name is Neil, and it's super important to make sure that you're getting the name of the business owner. Okay, you need to understand who it is that you're reaching out to, because it needs to be personal. If it's not personal, you're not really going to have a chance of resonating with them or getting a response that you want, because it will look like a scripted, templated email that you've sent to the masses. Okay, this person is not going to feel special if you do not use their first name. All right, so we're just going to put hello Neil. All right, now before we continue writing this, I have actually put together a structure that I just want to share with you. So typically within our emails within the agency, what we do is say hello, like we have done here. We've got hello Neil. Right, then we have a personalized line, and this could be anything from calling out a specific service, something that that person has done, something on their social media that's resonated with you, or an award that they've won, or a product, depending on whatever the business type. Okay, it has to be personal to the business. The more that you can find something that they are potentially proud of, maybe they've just won an award, you could say congratulations on your recent award, and you could call that award out. There's loads of things that you can do here, but if you're going to write something like, I don't know, let's say I really like your logo or something like that, that's not going to resonate with them. You could say something like, hi Neil, I've seen a lot of your vans driving around the local area, so I just want to congratulate you on growing within the city, and then you could go into the email. So that's quite personal. It shows that you're local. Okay, so if we move away from the website and we can search Trimby Electrical, so let's just move away from here. Right, we're just going to Google search them, because this might give us some other information that is not found on the website. And if you can find something that isn't on the website, shows that you've done your due diligence, shows that you've done research, it shows that you are generally interested in this business. So I'd probably say don't spend too long doing this, and actually the more that you do this, the quicker that you're going to get at it. So we've got company's house, we've got Yale, what else have we got? Let's search article, nice local Trimby. Let's look at their Facebook. Awesome, what are they posting on here? Latest project. Oh wow, they've not been active on their social media for a while. For this instance, I'm just going to go with the vans, saying that we've recently seen their vans driving around the local area. All right, so let's start with our personalized line. So here we are. Hello Neil, I've seen a few of your vans driving around the local area. Really good to see a local business growing. Okay, so that's pretty personal. All right, next we need to move into our intro. Okay, so we need to introduce ourselves. All right, so we could say something like, my name is Tristan, owner of Parker Digital. We help electrical companies increase through website strategy. All right, guys, I'm just making this up. Right, so that is an example. Right, so in the UK we spell it enquiries. In America you spell it inquiries, so I'll leave that up to you. All right, so great. That gives us our intro, and then we need to go into what we're offering, okay? And the most important thing here is risk reversal, okay? Now, this is where a lot of people get this wrong, okay? Their offer isn't strong, and if your offer isn't strong, your email is always going to fail. So this is something that you need to really think about. What is it that you are offering to a business? Yes, I know it's possibly a website. More than likely, if you're watching this content, it's likely going to be a website. But what does that mean? Why does that business owner need a website? What problem are you solving for them? And why should they work with you over anyone else? How do you reduce the risk that comes with typically working with an agency or a website designer? Okay, now that's why I've got risk reversal here. Now this could be a range of things, and you'll need to have a think about this yourself, but we could have something like, we do this by working on a performance basis. Now we actually don't do this in our agency at the moment, I'm just making this up. So you could say, so if we don't increase your online inquiries within 3 months of the website launch, you will get a full refund. We're basically saying here, we're so confident in what we're offering here that if we can't do it for you, then you'll get a full refund. They've got nothing to lose, okay? Absolutely nothing to lose. And this is all about the risk reversal. That then becomes attractive to them, and it will allow you to stand out, okay? It allows you to stand out from everyone else that's just saying, hi, I'd really like to build a website for you, because that just doesn't work these days, okay? So this is an important thing here. A lot of people say that email is dead, but actually it's not. Email is a fantastic way of communicating to a potential client, and it's a great way for you to get your offer out in front of them. Okay, and if your offer is attractive and it resonates with them, they're going to respond to you. Okay, so next we've got results. Right, so from here, let's put the reason. So this kind of a bit of the introduction as well. The reason I've reached out is because I saw your website online and noticed that the main header bar sticks to the center of the screen. Okay, so we noticed that this header bar here is sticking in the middle of the screen. I'm not sure if the whole thing's supposed to be static, but it's intrusive and it looks broken. So we could explain that this is a little distracting to visitors and gives the impression that your website is broken. This is going to significantly impact how many people decide to leave quickly. Okay, so we're just explaining here why that's a potential problem. So next within our email, we've got results. Okay, so results if available. So if you've got results available, you would basically just explain what results you've generated for a business. So you could say below are the results from one of our recent clients' websites. We were able to 3 times their online inquiries within the first 3 months. Okay, guys, I'm making this up, but hopefully it gives you the idea of what sort of results that you need to be thinking about. Okay, sometimes they can be aesthetic, but ultimately what business owners care about is how are you going to improve their business? How are you going to make things better for them? How are you going to increase their sales, their inquiries, their online form submissions, whatever it might be? How are you going to fix their problems in that respect? How are you going to make their business better? Because it doesn't always have to be aesthetic. And you could finish with imagine what we could do for you. Okay, and now what we do here is you just put in a screenshot in either of the website or the improvement. So there you go, guys. Now you can hopefully appreciate how successful email is and how you can actually go about implementing email within your own business as an effective outreach strategy. Not only that, like you've been given an insight as to the process that we take to potentially find clients, what we look out for, how to gather the information that you need in order to reach out to that prospect, and how to actually physically send them an email. Okay, so you've got all the tools now for you to be able to go away and do this and start implementing it into your own business and hopefully sign up some new clients for your agency. Now, this doesn't just work for web design. We actually use this strategy for web design. We use it for paid media, such as Google Ads, Facebook Ads. We use it for SEO. We use it for the other services that we have available in our business. So the strategy that I've just talked you through, you can use for any type of business, whether you are a website designer or digital marketer. Now, if you have found this valuable, I'd really appreciate it if you give it a thumbs up because it helps the YouTube algorithm. It will help other people find this content and I will really appreciate it. So if you do hit that like button, thank you so much. Now the end screen is coming up with more valuable content for you to check out. So I recommend you checking out either one of those 2 videos that are about to appear. That's it for me today, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.